Buongiorno, good afternoon, hello. Hope you're not falling asleep after this lunch. Thank you very much for having me here on stage today. I'm Francesco Magagnino, not Davide Tercelli as is in the agenda, and I'm a senior manager and innovation lead in Accenture Interactive Italy. I assume every one of you know what is Accenture, but I would like to be sure everyone is aligned also on Accenture Interactive. We like to say that we are the combination of business consultancy, of technology powerhouse, and also creative agency. We apply these competencies. Okay? We apply these competencies in order to support our customer in providing an end-to-end customer journey to their customers, leveraging our offering in experience, in digital marketing, in content and commerce. Actually, these are areas where we have worked quite significantly in the last years, thanks to a set of acquisitions actually we have done. Well, probably the most important one that you know is Fjord, that is helping us growing, enhancing our competencies in terms of experience. You probably know Karmarama as well, that is helping us in augmenting our capability in creativity. And the very last one I think is important to mention is Magagnino, that is supporting us in as one of the most important agencies globally in 3D content creation with augmented reality, virtual reality, and so on. So regarding innovation, when we speak about innovation, we basically, and how, when we try to figure out how the customer interaction will change in the future, we basically see 4 different ways that I try to list here. So first of all, we think that the interaction between the customer and the brands need to be augmented thanks to rich content. When I speak about rich content, I mean rich content in terms of assets, in terms of information, in terms of personalization of products. Then we assume and we think that in the interaction of tomorrow, we need to provide our customer with more immersive experience. The customer needs to go inside the experience, leveraging technologies such as augmented reality, virtual reality, or mixed reality. Then we believe that we need to find a way to support our customer and build intimate relation with their customers. Intimate relation leveraging information such leveraging technology such as artificial intelligence, and understanding their customers like if they are friends, understanding what they want, what is the desire of their customers, and actually when the desire is going to change based on patterns and based on information we can collect. And finally, natural. So we expect to have a natural interaction between brands and customers, like a conversation. And actually, conversation is the topic of this talk. So looking at these slides, we can see how in the digital revolution, the things change quite significantly, quite quickly, bringing values from the web to the mobile. I'm sure all of you knows when we started to have the first services, the first product, only mobile, for mobile first, as you prefer to say. One very famous one is Uber, right? Uber is a service provided only mobile. With the same paradigm, we are seeing that something is happening for the conversation topic, for the conversation paradigm. We are seeing companies, services that are offering their products mainly through conversational channel. If you ever tried, you can go to Shop Travel, for instance. This is a very nice case. This is an American company providing a hotel, right? Allowing the customers to book hotels, and this is only conversation. So you land in the home page, and then the page after is directly the messenger, Facebook Messenger solution, where the customer can browse, can search directly within the messenger, the internet messaging application. So no mobile, not web, first conversation. And why conversation is so interesting and so important right now? Because we see basically the combination of 3 important factors. We see the combination of customers that are rapidly adopting messaging application, and generally speaking, device supporting conversation. We have clearly the business that is looking for new business model, is looking for a new way to serve the customer. And finally, we have the technologies that is now mature, is now ready to support this kind of paradigm. I don't know your experience, but my personal experience, when I was in university, I used to have lectures about artificial intelligence, right? But only now artificial intelligence is a technology that can pragmatically, realistically support the business. Speaking about conversation, we need to clarify that there are two different touch points, two different paths, two different way to put in place conversation solution. We have text conversation going through bot, and then we have a voice conversation going through device that are supporting the voice conversations, and we will go through them in a while. So let's start from the chatbot first. No, I'm quite sure. I mean, all of you know that there are hundreds of thousands of chatbots in the market. There are chatbots everywhere. Probably next week in the History Hack as well, there you will find a chatbot. But most of them don't deliver what expected, and this generally for many different reasons. From the lack of human touch, so from the lack of the presence of humans, to the limited functionalities provided inside the chatbot, from the poor interaction, the quality interaction, to the missing integration with the backend system, and many other reasons. So there are some reasons, some specific reasons that are not making chatbots successfully so far. But we know that is something that we need to keep pushing, right? We need to keep stay, and the direction is correct. Actually, if you take your mobile out of your pocket, I'm quite sure that if you double tap on your home button, probably the first or the second application is a messaging application. And this is just an example demonstrating this data. The data that say that 4 out of 5 applications in 2017 are messaging application. That messaging application overtaken the social network application in terms of downloading, and that young people is preferring to use chatbot using messaging application to as a point of interaction with their friends. On top of this, from a business point of view, we know that more than 50% of customers are more likely to convert using a messaging application. And we know that more than 60% of customers, of users, expect to interact with brands through messaging application. I don't know your personal experience, but honestly, if I go in, if I'm visiting a new website and I want to buy something, and I need to look for any information, I don't go anymore to search the contact page, but I look in the bottom part of the screen to find the chat widget, right? Because I want to have a quicker answer, a quicker support from the company, from the brand. So we need to use this trend for our advantage. And actually here is where the chatbot comes into the picture to support scaling and to support scaling the technology and scale the offer in the messaging solution. But let's keep for a while there the bot, and let's switch to the voice, because the voice has a completely different scenario. In the chatbot scenario, we have a really fragmented situation. Here we have a clear number of players. We have 3 main players. We have Amazon with Alexa technology, we have Google, and recently we have Apple that started to work with Apple Pod, right? What is emerging? What is emerging from these voice devices? Actually, 3 main things, 3 main topics. One, these devices are significantly impacting habits of the customers. Second, there is a growing fast adoption of these devices. And third, that there are many other products in the market adopting the technology behind these devices to allow users to interact with the voice in their products. So let me show this video, hopefully hoping how it is working. And this is from Alexa, but I think it's clearly representing how this can impact on habits.
Alexa, order more dog food.
Based on your order history, I found Taste of the Wild dry dog food with roasted bison and venison. It's $53.69 total. Would you like to buy it?
Yes. Alexa, order trash liners.
I found Glad Troll trash bags. Would you like to buy it?
Yes. Alexa, what are your deals?
I have several exclusive deals, including Lindor Chocolate Deluxe Gift Box. Would you like to buy it?
Yes. Alexa, put on my Getting It Done playlist. Alexa, order Tide laundry detergent.
Tide High Efficiency Laundry Detergent, 170 ounces. It's $32 total.
Alexa, what's the weather for tonight?
Currently in Pasadena, it's 58 degrees with cloudy skies.
Inside it is then. Dinner! Dinner time, guys! Dinner's on the table! I should have just ordered takeout. Alexa, play my relaxing playlist. And Alexa, order bath salts on Prime now.
Mineral bath salts can be delivered between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. tonight.
Yes.
Okay, so I think this video is, it's clearly representing, okay, obviously it's from Alexa, so, but it's clearly representing how the habits can change. And what we see is that these devices are mainly used in kitchen and in living room, and for nowadays, at this stage of the maturity of the device, they are mainly used to control song, to play song, to control smart devices as light, to add products in carts, to set timer, and to read the news. And if you think to the timeline, if you think to the slides with the timeline, and if you think about the mobile first wave, there as well, the news was one of the main topics when the mobile first came out. So the news was the news market was one of the first adopting this new technology. And second, the growing the adoption of these devices. I don't know if any one of you has this device at home. Probably very few, I assume. This because you don't have to think about the scenario here, but you need to think about the scenario in North America, where this is significantly, definitely a significant trend. As you can see, Alexa came out in 2014, and now is growing really significant. If you have any friend in US from 25 to 40 or to 45, I'm quite sure that if you ask them, they probably have one of these devices at home. And last, as I said before, we are seeing how many products in the market are trying to leveraging this technology inside their products. So we have, for instance, fridge, or we have air machines, we have lamps, trying to integrate the voice behind the brain of these voice technologies in order to enhance the services and the value of the product itself. And car is one example. During the last CES in Las Vegas, this was absolutely clear. There are many different car companies trying to integrate and to test Alexa and the other voice technologies within the car. And if you associate these to the trend of the self-driving car, clearly you can see how these can become a relevant touch point for our future interactions. And this is just, I added this because a couple of weeks ago they introduced a new functionality, and I think it's quite interesting because now it's possible to phone directly from Alexa to a phone. So they are inventing the home phone, basically.
Home robot wear.
Robot wear, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You can answer it, decline it.
So the point here is that leveraging the Alexas in the house and installing an application on the mobile, I can communicate directly with my relatives, with my friends, using Alexa and saying Alexa what to call, who to call, and when to call. Okay, so Accenture approach to the conversation. When we try to figure out how to implement this new kind of approach to our customers, we generally propose a maturity model that starts from the development of a bot and goes to the development of a digital assistant. So at the beginning, we basically support our customer with light technology, natural language processing, in the habilitating bot on internet messaging application and on a website. Then we start to evolve, we start to grow the solution to our customer. We introduce the human touch, so the interaction with the human, so the possibility to switch easily from the bot to the human. And finally, adding the artificial intelligence layer, we are able to complete the picture through a digital assistant. And adding and introducing the artificial intelligence is possible to add the voice touch point, so the voice part of the journey. Okay, this is just to say that we generally quickly support our customer for the beginning of this journey with very few weeks of work. So in a different way, we can see here, no? There is an interaction. At the beginning, we support the interaction between customer and bot. Then we introduce the human, so we introduce the human part, so it's possible to switch when something is not, when the bot is not able to answer properly to the customer. It's possible to allow the human to enter and to complete the interaction, and then we add the artificial intelligence and the entire backend system integration in order to have a complete service for our customers. The final result is something like this. So we are, I'm invoking my chatbot. I'm asking to find a similar shirt of this picture. So the bot is telling us, okay, I can serve you with some of this shirt. You can select one of this shirt. I say, okay, no, please give me something with that is cheaper. So it proposes me other solution. I take the third one, and the bot is telling us, okay, do you want any recommendation how to match these products with others? Okay, help me. So at this point, the human enters in the conversation, and we have Mark joining the conversation, say, okay, from my point of view, based on what you're buying, and based on the history of your purchase, because I can see that something has been purchased in the New York store, I suggest you this combination. Do you like? Yes, okay. Do you want to book a reservation in the store? Do you want to book an appointment in the store in order to see how these things match together with you? Okay, perfect. Give me the two options. Okay, and it's done. So this is just an example, but here we have all the elements, right? We have the information from the backend, we have the artificial intelligence, and we have the interaction with the human part. Actually, I think my time is expired, so...
Hi, this is Mark Sullivan from Fashion Magazine. I'm the moderator for this session. We have 3 minutes left for questions. Thank you for your presentation. And actually, my first question would be, please give me one round of applause. And yes, my question would be, from your extensive background of projects that you have in the fashion industry, what are the most, without telling us any secrets, which you're bound to keep, but what are the things that you see impacting most on fashion companies right now, of those that you showed us? So what is being adopted today by customers? What is that they understand?
Actually, at this stage, the scenario is quite fragmented, as I said at the beginning. So any company is trying to approach this topic with the light solution, not completely integrated with the entire system, landscape system of the customer itself. So I think we are still at the beginning. even if, I mean, there are several chatbots on the market and there are several solutions in the market, but we're still at the beginning of the proper path to have these efficiently working on our customers.
Is there any benchmarks internationally where you'd say these you should adopt as quick as possible?
There are some. There is one interesting chatbot that has been released a couple of weeks ago, and I think is interesting to mention, from Lidl, for instance. This is not fashion, but it's something that you should have a look, because basically they are providing their customer with a chatbot supporting to choose the proper wine in the store. No? So differentiating a little bit the focus, but supporting in this way the customer to have a complete journey and to find the proper wine for the deal.
That's, I think, a very interesting example. We have 1 minute left, so feel free to jump ahead with any questions you may have.
Don't forget to visit our stand.
There is an Accenture stand right behind you, so I'll, shall we call it a day? I think it was a very extensive and exhaustive presentation, very well prepared. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you very much.